Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about Uber Eats is scamming drivers through ratings. Here's what happened. So while I was doing my own gig work, I sometimes have issues with the orders I do, and therefore have to contact support to have those issues handled. In this case, it got completely out of hand, and it also made me think about some stuff I've been contemplating for a while. So in this video, we are talking about the insanity that took place during a recent order that I had, how Uber is gaslighting their drivers, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain, is never intended to be, legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that I am speaking from my own experience, and what my experience may be may not reflect yours. So with that said, let's get started. The order itself. So while on my way back from a catering order, I ended up getting an Uber Eats order I received from Chick-fil-A and got to see some of the features they rolled out, such as the order completed notification. If you didn't see this update, I made a video about that as well. I will leave that in the description. Feel free to check that out. That said, Chick-fil-A is very well known for their consistent fraud against gig workers as well. So while I was picking up the order, I told them I was picking up for Val. They tried to make me confirm the order before even handing it to me, which, what? This is an abnormal type of fraud for this company. I actually went over this once already. This company actively violates the contract between Chick-fil-A and all of these third-party apps, which is why I'm a firm believer that we could have a class action lawsuit on our hands against a lot of these restaurants, but that's not the point of this video. Them choosing to violate the contract, and with the way these third-party apps have been committing fraud on their own end and with how ratings are working these days, it's like they are inching so close to misclassification and fraud. That said, I called support to have them reported, and things didn't go quite as well this time around. Dealing with support. I contacted support to update them on the fraud that has taken place, and they reported the restaurant rather quickly, but they would not pay the cancellation fee. The Uber support agent was rather callous and rude the entire time and would not transfer me to a supervisor. It also seemed like they won't allow us to rate our support agents anymore, so the only ones taking the brunt of all the fraud is the drivers. I fought through 5 support agents just to get the cancellation fee. But here is the problem. This still affected my cancellation rate. You see, Uber has been committing fraud for quite some time, claiming that the orders are canceled outside of the control of the driver and are not going to affect your ratings. The truth is, though, not only has it been affecting our ratings, it has been affecting our status on many fronts. How can we work with an app like Uber and utilize the reward system if we are held accountable for when the restaurant commits fraud? This isn't even just the restaurant committing fraud either. For all the times I've had to have an order canceled recently, it has affected my rating. I've also contacted many supervisors, and they give me this copy-paste response to the issue at hand, which shows they are choosing not to take action for what they did. And they are damn well shameless about it. This is going to lead to wrongful and illegal deactivations, and Uber doesn't care, and they will continue to commit fraud to this caliber and degree with pride. Doordash versus Uber Eats. Recently, Uber sued Doordash, claiming they are partaking in anti-competitive business practices. This is a paragraph from Business Insider. In the complaint, Uber alleges that Doordash, the largest provider of restaurant delivery services in the United States, has devised and is engaged in an unlawful scheme to stifle competition with Uber Eats, making it difficult and expensive for restaurants to partner with more than one delivery service and allowing the delivery giant to charge customers higher fees for a lower quality service. I've already made a video about this in depth, so I will leave that in the description. Feel free to check that out. That said, in practice and in reality, the truth is, DoorDash may be playing stupid games with other third-party companies and with restaurants and with customers. All of that is true. But in terms of who can actually win this case, DoorDash will wipe the floor with Uber any day of the week. Claiming that DoorDash has lower quality service than Uber is laughable, especially since they are committing and supporting fraud from restaurant side of things, from driver side of things, from customer side of things. DoorDash by no means is a saint, and I've gone over that in my previous video on the subject, but Uber is a janky system riddled with fraud and illegal activity and borders on a class action lawsuit against them in the very near future for various reasons. Not only does Uber display that they have no case, but I believe it is safe to assume, based on the desperation taking place here, they are going to be going under soon. Moving forward, honestly, this isn't a good sign for the gig economy. I'm not someone who would want to see them fall, to be honest, because I think competition for our services is good, but it shows a new company needs to step up sooner rather than later. A change needs to take place in the gig economy to where people who want to make more money on these platforms can, and if executed properly, can actually save restaurants on these high fees with these companies, rather than just depending on companies like Uber Eats and Doordash to do the right thing by their people, whether it's restaurants, customers, or their drivers, which they are proven to not do. This is something that I've been teaching in the Build Your Own Delivery Service Provider Company course. One of the things I constantly say is to treat the gig economy as an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal and not simply the goal, and to develop an exit strategy like building your own delivery service provider. I've partnered with experienced professionals to build you a step-by-step guide and becoming your own boss and creating a six-figure earning business after 90 days of hard, focused work. The course will guide you to create your own business entity and foundation. Methods to source restaurants and drivers with game-changing opportunities. Automated resources and done-for-you contracts to protect you financially. You will also have access to high-level professional guidance to help you build your business foundation as you grow your business to reach greater heights. Check the link in the description and get started on transforming how businesses serve customers and how gig workers get more opportunities with you. We are excited and looking forward to helping you secure your financial future. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.